A quiet morning settles over a research lab in Finland. Engineers sip cold coffee, expecting a normal day, until a line of numbers on a monitor begins to move faster than planned. The AI system they built isn't just running, it's adapting. Smoother, cleaner, smarter. While they watch in silence, something similar unfolds hundreds of miles away. A logistics hub in Germany sees fewer delays than usual. No alarms, no warnings, just silence and smoother movement. In France, a section of the national power grid balances itself faster than expected, as if it knows what's coming before sensors do. And in the UK, a data center cools more efficiently, using less energy without changing any hardware. Different places, different systems, different problems. Yet one invisible AI layer seems to be touching all of them at once. No news station reports it. No influencer posts about it. No government press conference explains it. It's quiet, hidden, unnoticed. But the truth behind this quiet shift will shock people once they realize what it means. Because this isn't a new app or gadget. It's not something you download or upgrade. It's a foundational change and AI advance that could guide transport, research, energy, and stability across whole regions. And very soon, it may stretch far beyond Europe. To understand how Europe reached this moment, we must go back to when people believed Europe was behind the AI race. The US was building billion-dollar startups. China was pushing massive AI companies. And Europe? Critics claimed it only built regulations. They missed the real story. Inside labs in Germany, France, Finland, and the UK, researchers weren't chasing viral apps. They were building infrastructure AI, the kind that keeps entire societies running. While other nations fought over consumer tools, Europe worked on stability, energy forecasting, climate modeling, transport networks, public systems, and research grids. Governments funded supercomputers. Labs trained enormous AI models. Universities coordinated cross-border frameworks, and companies that usually competed began sharing tools. Slowly, quietly, the pieces connected. Many breakthroughs people think came from Silicon Valley, first actually started in Europe. Predictive protein research had deep UK roots. Reinforcement learning systems were shaped by European labs. Scandinavian countries balanced energy grids with AI long before most people ever heard the term. And all these systems began to merge, forming links across the continent. Europe now runs some of the world's most powerful AI-ready supercomputers. LUMI in Finland, Leonardo in Italy, German and Spanish systems woven into a continent-wide backbone. These machines don't push ads or recommend videos. They simulate climate. They stabilize energy. They support scientific research. Now a new AI layer sits on top of these machines. It watches patterns across entire regions. It predicts failures earlier. It increases efficiency with every cycle. Imagine ordering something in London. You don't see anything different, but an AI system has already predicted weather changes, fuel variations, and port traffic. A person in New York, Dubai, or Delhi, ordering from a European brand, may pay less, because an AI model optimized supply weeks earlier. Energy grids adjust themselves across borders, millions of micro-moves. No human team could match. Europe's advantage is quiet, stable, and everywhere at once. But the deeper truth is even more surprising. Europe is building a united AI ecosystem across nations. Not one model, not one lab. An entire structural network. This almost never happens elsewhere. Most regions struggle with fragmentation. Different laws, different data formats, different infrastructures. But Europe's systems connect through shared frameworks. Energy networks link seamlessly. Rail systems share routes. Data standards align. Digital systems speak the same language. A tool built in Paris can run in Berlin. A model trained in Belgium can support Spain. When Finland upgrades a supercomputer, Italy benefits. This interoperability becomes Europe's hidden weapon. And private labs plug into the same structured DeepMind in the UK, Aleph Alpha in Germany, French university labs, Scandinavian climate researchers. They don't need to work on the same project. Their systems already match. And because European AI is built with privacy and protection embedded from the start, Global companies often adjust to European rules. Slowly, Europe's structure spreads to other regions. Middle Eastern and South Asian countries adopt European-style prediction tools and logistics systems. The ecosystem isn't staying inside Europe. The real revelation comes next. Europe has hidden AI advance, ISNT. A product or device. It's a digital backbone for society. Systems that supports the essentials we depend on every day. Energy. Transport. Food supply. Forecasting. Research. Cyber defense. Communications. All of it becomes stronger with this AI layer underneath. In a world where disruptions spread quickly, stability becomes power. Europe isn't pushing for dominance. Instead, it's offering something more valuable, predictable systems that other nations can trust. And that trust gives Europe a silent global influence. EU safety rules guide the development. Supercomputers provide the computing muscle. Labs offer research. Cross-border networks provide consistency. Together they form a foundation the world may adopt by default, not because Europe demands it, but because it works. This shift affects daily life everywhere. Power bills stabilize as grids forecast better. Deliveries arrive faster because bottlenecks are predicted weeks ahead. Privacy protections shape how global companies handle data. Entire new job sectors grow around infrastructure AI. And countries around the world may choose Europe's model because it is built for safety and long-term reliability. This approach flips the usual tech race. The question is no longer who builds the biggest AI model, but who builds the most reliable AI ecosystem. Europe is positioning itself to answer first. There is one final twist. Europe didn't build this system for control. It built it for stability. While other nations chase speed and dominance, Europe built cooperation into the architecture. Energy grids that span borders. Transport networks that share data. Research systems that grow across regions. This cooperation becomes Europe's quiet superpower. Once an architecture becomes the default, changing it becomes nearly impossible. And that brings us back to the beginning. The hidden AI advance in Europe may soon guide everything not through force, but through trust. Europe built a system the world can lean on. If this opened your eyes, the next step is simple. Explore the next chapter and discover how AI infrastructure, the hidden layer beneath apps and tools, will shape the next digital empire. And ask yourself one question that shapes the future. Will Europe's AI model become the global standard, or will another region rise first?